Hi! Welcome to this part of my guide and review featuring the FlexTale Solo Adventuring Toolkit. If you haven't seen the other parts of my guide and review, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we will continue with quests and plots, featuring stakes and chainability. Stakes are what is at risk if the quest succeeds or fails. It refers to the enormity of the reward and the gravity of the consequences. More perhaps than any other factor in a quest, its stakes represent how much you, as a player and as a player character of course, should care about a particular quest. The same plot template can generate vastly different quest experiences, depending on what kind of stakes apply to the proceedings. If a plot template works best only with a single category of urgency, then that category will be provided to you explicitly in the plot template description. Most plot templates, however, instead have dynamic urgency. This is just a complex sounding way of saying that you can roll to determine what level of urgency a specific quest generated from the template might have. However, you can just pick whatever level of urgency you wish to apply, or you can roll on a table to randomize the level if no other more specific table applies, or if you wish to ignore the more specific tables. So you can get results such as life or death on a macro scale, life or death on an individual scale, medium, minor, trivial. All of this has to do with the importance and the consequences of the stakes at hand. For example, if you obtain the result of life or death macro, it means that perhaps several people could die if a quest is not undertaken. Perhaps you need to destroy a major threat. If you obtain the result of life or death individual, then it's the life of a single character that is at stake, or a creature or whatever entity. Perhaps there is, for example, an assassination attempt. If you obtain results of medium, minor, trivial, these are related to the main plotline. Perhaps if you do not carry out a quest, the consequences will not affect the main plotline, and therefore it could be considered a side quest, or a quest of very trivial importance. But medium stakes perhaps signify that if a quest is not undertaken, there could be heavy losses concerning resources, money, food, etc. Now let's talk about chainability. Some plot templates more readily lead to other quests as a result of their completion. This concept is awkwardly referred to as plot's chainability. If a plot structure really only makes sense in the context of a certain kind of chainability, such as a follow-on plot that requires a quest that leads into it and leverages roles from that plot explicitly, then it will explicitly tell you the chainability of quests resulting from that template in the plot template description. Most plot templates instead have dynamic chainability, which means that quests generated from that plot template might have different levels of chainability. A table is provided in each such case to determine this. However, as it is often the case, you are free to overrule what the plot template says and simply pick the chainability of the quest, or roll on a table to randomize the chainability. This way you can obtain results such as no links, or leads from completed, perhaps leads from active, or leads to new. This means that a single quest could have links to an ongoing quest. This could also mean that a quest only happens when another quest is completed, or maybe there are no links at all. Or perhaps a completely new quest begins at the moment you finish your current quest. When it comes to stakes, I think it's always important to have something of value that is at risk or in danger if the quest is failed when it comes to major quests. And of course, you can randomly determine this or select it the way that you want. That way you can have side quests that have some trivial matters. Perhaps someone decides to hire you to obtain certain rare fruits, or retrieve some valuable items, hunt down some beasts. Unless those quest targets or actors are directly tied to a major event or consequence, if you do not finish those quests, or if you fail at succeeding, then it's not going to have a larger impact on the plotline. but there could be some quests against major threats and villains that could spell the end of the world as we know it. When it comes to chainability, I think this is very interesting. There's a lot of space for creative endeavors when it comes to coming up with those chains. So maybe you are chasing down a spellcaster that has been stealing some valuable artifacts from different sites. But at the same time, you have this other quest where you are investigating the rumors of an ancient sleeping dragon hidden somewhere deep within the caves. And if those two quests are connected, perhaps the sleeping dragon is actually the spellcaster. The dragon assumes human form and steals powerful artifacts in order to amass a greater horde or to build up an army. So you can come up with those interesting links when it comes to how quests connect with each other depending on the chainability results. Thank you for watching this part of the guide and review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending right through RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.